2, 3, 4. I know you've been feeling a little lethargic lately. You've been maybe sitting there. You haven't had the kick in your step. You want to know why? Because you haven't had your weekly dosage of vitamin sass. It is the Mike Sasson Show. We are recording live right now at Mr. Small's Theater, at the beautiful Mr. Small's recording studio, where some of the greatest names in the history of recorded music have performed. And now we get to do it every week, Alex. Isn't that a wonderful thing that we get to do?
Well, yeah, it is, Mike.
Yeah, there you go. That was some false enthusiasm if I've ever heard it. Again, my name is Mike Sasson. This is my show. Over there is the greatest producer in the history of Internet radio. First ballot Internet Radio Hall of Famer. If you ever want to visit the Internet Radio Hall of Fame, it is currently outside of Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. It is Alex Clemens. Alex, word up again. Thank you very much. And we are back. We did not have a live show last week, but you know what? Lay off us. We're human beings. Sometimes things get in the way. We don't get on you if you don't watch for 1 week. All right, we'll drop that. Anyways, it is the Mike Sasson Show. This week, we're going to be previewing International Podcast Day, which is this Sunday, September 30th, at the Spirit Lounge in Lawrenceville, which has great pizza. Have you ever been to the Spirit Lounge?
Oh, it does have really great pizza.
It's not a place that you figure would have great pizza.
It's so difficult every time I go there because I'm like, I'm not going to get pizza. I'm not going to do it. And then I smell it, and you have to.
Because there's a monthly comedy showcase there, which it's a gigantic room. And if ever it was filled with like 300 people, it would be an amazing room for comedy. But typically it's only filled with like 12.
Yeah, I was going to say less than that. Yeah, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and so what happens is it's one of those places that until someone physically goes up to you and says, hey, good set, you don't know whether you did well.
Yeah, because you can barely like see those people.
Yeah, there are people that like last time I did comedy at the Spirit Lounge, a bunch of people afterwards came up to me and they're like, hey, I heard you were amazing. And I sat there and I'm like, all I felt up there was just absolute silence.
Aww.
I thought people were just like the boos weren't even getting to me. That's how far away I was. But we'll be there. It's again September 30th, 6 p.m. I'm going to be on a panel.
Whoop whoop.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. But
you're going to have to like educate the youngins in the podcast world about how to do this shit.
I know, the game. We're going to teach kids about the game.
Just tell them to talk about like poop and strippers all the time and they'll have a successful podcast.
It's funny because like I'll talk about this gentleman that I met at a comedy show in a couple minutes. But when I go up on stage, they introduce me and they go, you know, hey, you could hear this guy when he was on Q92.9 or on The Fan, but currently you can hear him on River's Edge Radio on the Mike Sasson Show. And this guy came up to me and he goes, Mike Sasson Show, where's that? Where can I find it? I go, it's on the internet. And he goes, why would you want to be on the internet? And I go, because I could talk about titties and strippers.
Titties and strippers.
And he's like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. But so thank you for titties and strippers. But also, we're going to be talking about Alex. Last week had a week where it started out where she thought it might be a rough week, and it turned out to be an amazing week. So we're going to be talking about that. Also, I'm going to have bar thoughts and experiences. We're going to be talking about my 5 takes. One of which I'm going to talk about the Emmys because we missed the Emmys, and we know that the Emmys happened, and
I watched them.
I know you did. I believe that's why we didn't have a show.
No.
Because you wanted to watch the Emmys.
I really wasn't going to, but my sister is an extreme fan of award shows, so we did.
Okay, well, I'll have my take on. I watched the monologue the day after on Twitter. That's the only thing I watched.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I watched. So we'll be talking about that, and we'll be talking about some amazing things. The Philadelphia Flyers have a new mascot,
and it's just beautiful.
That's one way to put it. Also, we're going to be talking about Conan O'Brien, 25 years on television.
That's it.
That's it. We're going to be talking, because I showed Alex on our Fresh Eyes segment some segments from the old late night show.
He doesn't look a day over 25.
Now, I mean, he looked really young when he started. Like, I sent you a picture from like the first like couple months.
Yeah.
He's a kid. Like, we'll get into it, but he's an interesting story. He's one of the most interesting stories in entertainment and how he got that show. So we'll talk about that. And Justin Bieber is maybe attempting to ruin his life.
Oh.
Because he's going to get married.
Yeah.
But something's happening and people are trying to stop him from doing something.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. Again, this Sunday, if you ever want to meet me and ever want to hear what I say about podcasting, come to the Spirit Lounge in Lawrenceville. Again, I'm telling you, I know. Listen to me. I'm a big man, and big men know pizza. Mm-hmm. This place has got some boss-ass pizza.
Yeah, so even if you don't want to see Mike, just come and get pizza.
Come for the boss-ass pizza. Also, this Saturday, if you ever want to see me do comedy, come to the Obey House Tavern, where I'm going to do comedy. I'm going to be headlining.
Where's that, Mike?
It's somewhere in Pittsburgh. Google it.
Wow. Yeah, I totally want to come now.
No, I've performed there a bunch of times. I'll get the address if you're going to be such a...
I mean, just like neighborhood area of Pittsburgh.
Somewhere. Let me think.
Okay.
Let me find it. It's a bunch of great comics are going to be on it, including me. So it'll be real fun. So this is good. This is good right here, because this is what people want to hear.
If you ever want to meet me, I won't be here this weekend.
I know. If you ever want to be...
I might come get some pizza, though, on Sunday, because how would I ever miss Mike being on a board of podcasters?
They better have some free pie for me.
How great would it be if we advertised this pizza so much and for some reason they didn't have pizza that day?
They definitely are going to have pizza. 1337 Steuben Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Steuben Street.
Steuben Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's in Crafton.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's, my stomping grounds.
Yeah, there you go. It's right over like when you're coming from the city and you go like you're going to go to the airport, but you turn right.
Oh, no, I know where Crafton is. Yeah, it's my stomping grounds.
There you go. So that was a great beginning to the show. Anyway, so that was fun. Alex, as we didn't have a show last week, you fell a little down. Tell us about your week, because you showed an Instagram photo of you at a wedding.
Oh, man, how good was that photo?
That was an incredible... You looked so happy, and you looked so beautiful in it. You were smiling. It was just an absolute picture of pure joy, and everyone just was fawning over you. It must be great to have that happen some days.
Yeah, I think everyone was not necessarily fawning over me as much as, what the hell is this girl doing?
I know. But, I'm talking to people who like the Instagram photo.
Oh, yeah.
Find Alex on Instagram if you haven't. It's just Alex Clemens, right?
Alexandra Clemens.
Sorry,
I'm super formal on Instagram.
Sorry. I know. You're formal.
I only post the classiest photos of myself. So
mostly just eating and...
I literally put a photo on my Insta story last week of me drinking coffee while I was pooping and got a lot of backlash about it.
Why? From who?
Because apparently that's unsanitary.
Okay, let's break it down. First and foremost, everything's covered in poop.
Yeah, I mean, like...
The whole world is covered in poop.
I also can't understand when people say that, but people do much worse things to their bodies. Like, if you do drugs or like drink alcohol at all, you can't say shit about me doing that. Like you're putting much worse things into your body than my poop-filled coffee.
Absolutely, but really, it does come down. The whole world is covered in poop.
Yeah.
Everybody's so sanitary, and I love how people are germaphobes. I remember one time I was in New York City. And I was at this famous hot dog place called Mia Papaya, whatever. I don't even know what it's called.
Okay.
But it was near my sister's place on the Upper West Side, and so I had seen it in actually a Rick Seebeck documentary.
Whoa!
And so I wanted to go in, and it was great because it was like $1 for like 2 hot dogs. And for $3 you could get a great meal. And in New York, that's incredible.
Yeah, that is.
So, and it was 24 hours too. So the mics in New York City go to 4 a.m. So I'm heading back to...
I thought you meant all of the other Mikes in the world, the other people named Mike. They all go till 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's what we do. We go to 4 a.m. I don't even know what that means, but I'm turning it into something. Anyway, so I was at this place, and it's 24 hours. So, like, I was spending a week in New York. I might have eaten there 42 times.
Yeah.
I just kept on going back because it was like I'd eat somewhere else and be like, you know what, for $1 I can get 2 hot dogs.
Right, yeah.
So I just keep going back. So I was there one time, and I was getting my my 2 hot dogs and my soda and whatever. And this woman who was like the quintessential New Yorker. You ever meet someone that is so, like, you don't, like, you want to go up to them and go, you realize you're a caricature. Like, sometimes you meet, like, a person from Pittsburgh, and they're talking like that, like, exactly like this.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, you are like I talk about you on stage as a comedian. That's how much of a caricature you are. It's incredible. Well, this woman was the quintessential New Yorker.
Oh.
She was just the and so